Welcome to Let's Have Lunch. Again, it's a 15-minute training for me to show you a little bit more about using your Forever storage account. We've talked in the last two sessions a little bit about what Forever is. We know you have a login if you're in this Facebook group, and you also have an ambassador. So that's the person you reach out to if you have questions or you need assistance. We have all kinds of fantastic client-facing training that we can share with you. If you have a specific question, let us know. You can even put your question in the Facebook group, Grow with Forever, and one of us will answer you. And then in your Forever account, you can always reach out to your own personal ambassador who is listed at the top of your Forever account. Well, last week, we talked about helping you with your photo mess, really. So not to be critical, but we all have a photo mess. I have a photo mess. I've been doing this for 10 years and I still have a photo mess, but at least I have one hub that I keep everything together in one location, and that is Forever. And that's what we're going to be talking about. So last week we talked about some of the physical items, getting those scanned and digitized at Forever, bringing those into your Forever account. This week, I'm going to show you the Forever account, what that looks like, and also talk about some of those digital items. So we do, as a society, have digital photos everywhere. There has never been a solution for one really great location to keep everything. I used to think that solution was an external hard drive, but I soon learned that that wasn't a good location. That wasn't a great place for me to have easy access and sharing and updating. So I really love Forever for that. So anyways, I'm going to share my screen with you now, show you the Forever account. We're going to take a look at that, as I said, and then we're also going to talk about the digital photos that are kind of strewn everywhere, from different cloud storage services to maybe thumb drives in your home, camera cards, you know, CDs. Maybe you've got a lot of photos that are in emails. So we're going to look at a Forever account here. Let me just bring that up. There we go. All right. And take a look at using Forever as your hub. So basically being able to bring all of those digital photos together into one location, and that is Forever. And this is a Forever website. So if you just go to forever.com, this is what you see. I am logged into my account, so you can see what my recent uploads were. In the little person on here on the right-hand side is where you would click if you need to log in. But I am logged in, and that's why you're kind of seeing not only the Forever website, but some of my information here as well. So let's just start off by giving you a quick little overview of the Forever platform. First of all, when you go to forever.com, you can see across the top line, you will see all the different Forever options to help you with this memory keeping platform. So whether you need to digitize, just click here and learn about Forever Box and how that works. The website is laid out so nicely to give you such a great explanation about each thing. Then we've got Preserve and Share. This is where you go down to purchase your storage. So one thing about purchasing your storage is you purchase a certain amount, and then you can always add more storage later. It's a one-time payment, or you can do a 24-month payment plan so that you're just paying a smaller amount each month. So for example, if you bought 25 gigs today, filled that up, and several months later, you want to buy another 25 gigs, it's $329, or your payment plan of 24 months is $1,650 a month, and that lasts for 24 months, and then you own that storage. Create and print is something that's so fun. So as soon as we get done kind of reviewing how to use the Forever storage, we're going to get into the create and print, because I love this piece of it. Creating photo gifts that are really special and show love to people. And Forever has some really wonderful, high quality and very unique products that I want to show you as well. Then there are additional products with Forever. There's a great blog. I encourage you to take a peek at that blog sometime. There's a lot of very good educational blog posts that will help you to learn about all kinds of subjects, including genealogy, thus the industry and printing and all kinds of things. And then the deals page is a good one to know too, because this is where all the sales are. And Forever runs a lot of sales. Like right now, Forever Box is 40% off. That's very big. They're changing up the branding, so it's going to look a little different with the new color format. So they're selling off all these large boxes at 45% off. I've been here for 10 years. I've never seen 45% off. So if you're seeing that and you need to digitize some stuff, go check that out. All right. So if I click on Forever again in the left-hand corner, you can see I'm kind of back to this main screen. Another little tidbit I just want to share with you is if you're stuck and you want to learn some more things or have a specific subject, right here it says get started, have questions, get answers. If you click there, that's going to take you right to the help desk and to getting started videos and instructional cards. So, you know, you would just ask like, how do I upload? Well, here's how you upload. There is a written instruction and then there is a video. So those are great little tools to use if you're really ready to dig in. Okay. So now let me just take you on into my account. If I click the person in the top right-hand corner, you can see that whole section pops out and you see a little bit about my account. So you can see I need to buy more storage because I'm getting close to being out of storage. Sometime we'll talk about Forever Club and what that looks like. But then as we, oopsie, I lost it here. Come on down. The main pages I want to spend on today is starting with the albums page. All right, so here we go. So this is the name of the game for where I'm storing my family memories, my family history, my heritage, my stories. I'm blending yesterday's photos with today's photos so they can be saved and shared tomorrow. And I'm doing that all right here within a Forever storage account. So you can kind of see the way I have started getting this set up was just by decade. And I've been placing photos in each of the decade albums so I can kind of see my story. And that story can unfold from my ancestors to my my parents, grandparents, and then when I was born and growing up and so forth. And the one thing I like to say about Forever is you can organize any way you want. So Forever is not going to tell you how you have to organize your things. You can organize them however you want. So my account changes up and I've got things organized in a lot of different ways. So that was kind of like a look at decades. Next, I'm going to show you, I've got some things I'm kind of working on right now. Like my daughter just had her senior photos taken. So here's her senior photos. And I've been working on a couple of print projects. I created a notebook for her. I created a photo book for her. So I have that album just kind of front and center right here in my Forever account, but I can move it and put it away, you know, later on. But right now she's just starting her senior year. So I kind of like having it there. You can see I've got like family pictures here, which is basically like the best of us over the last 10 years, I suppose. So that would be 40 of my favorite photos over the last 10 years. So I just love that little way to organize, to be able to pull those up really fast. Whenever I've had a great photo, I've always tagged it. I actually called it the Fabulous Five so that I can just have a simple tag and now an album for all of those photos over the years. And then I've got some favorite pictures. And then I have put together an example. So I just wanted to kind of show you this. And you can see a couple of things, first of all, with this example. Number one, you can see that I've created nested albums. So yes, you can create nested albums based upon subjects or however you'd like to do it. And there you can just see I've got different albums living within the Forever Example album. Now, I love when you create an album, you have the opportunity to add some information, to tell a story. And that's a really great piece right here when you are creating that album. Next is if you look at some of the photos or albums that I have here, I'm going to show you two things. One is some things that have been digitized by Forever, so the old stuff, and then I'm going to show you some of the new stuff. And just to kind of give you an idea of what this looks like. So I'm going to go here to the rescuing photos example. And you can see I have a number of things. So one, I have some documents that have been scanned. These are very important to me, you know, family pieces and articles about, that one's about my dad. And I also have some family heritage photos here. Now, one key thing I want to show you that's so great is when you bring photos into Forever, you are able to add information to that right in Forever. And that's really huge. So look to the right and you can see that I'm able to add the description to this photo, a date if I know it. I'm able to add tags. I'm able to put this photo in multiple albums. So that's really a key thing. Now, if I share at the top, there's a little share link. I can share a photo a group of photos, an album, a tag. But when I share, the person who I'm sharing with will get to see the metadata as well. So they'll get to see who is in this photo and any description I might have of it. So as I flip through these photos, you can see that the information changes, obviously, because I have different information for each photo. So it's a really wonderful, meaningful thing to do with your photos, is to tell the stories behind them, especially if you know them. Photo without a story is not as special as a photo with a story. So this is where you can tell your stories and you can share them. And remember, it's the way that we're handing it down to the next generation, so they'll be able to know these stories too. Without my mom telling me all this information, I would not know these stories. So I'm very thankful that she spent time with me and time on her own, adding that information here. I mentioned to you scrapbooks in my story the first time we talked, and I just wanted to show you as an example what my scrapbooks look like saved here in the Forever storage account, and how I can have easy access to those as well. Okay, now I'm going to turn my attention. We've got just a couple minutes on digital photos. Okay, so I want to show you what they look like here in Forever. Now, remember, I did talk about uploading all of those various sources into Forever as your hub. Okay, now that is a whole nother topic of training of how to do that. And I'm going to recommend that you use Forever Valet to do that, because it will automatically organize all of that stuff, no matter where it's coming from, by year and month. And so that's huge, but that's not in this training. But if you had a question about that and you want to do that, post in that Facebook group and we'll share the video with you. Right now, I'm just kind of giving you an overview of Forever, what Forever can do for you. So here's the last example, because we only have a minute or two. Okay. So Disney vacation, my daughter went on a Disney vacation with her best friend and parents to celebrate graduation. Okay. So before they even left on the trip, I created this album and then I shared the album with all the people going, but I turned on this collaboration button, meaning that they all could upload to the same album. Okay. So this is how I gathered some photos here, some digital photos. So they go on vacation, and at the end of each day, or maybe the end of the trip, they all go through and get their best photos and they upload it to the link I sent, and they all came in here into my account. And then I went in and I deleted the bad ones and I kept just the story, right? So just enough, 59 photos. I probably deleted 40 of them. I just wanted the story. So once I had those photos in here, I used the bulk organizer to select all, use the bulk organizer, and I was able to add tags. I could add a whole description that went and applied to every single one of these photos. Now, I wouldn't change the date on these photos because the date comes in when you are, taking digital photos. But as you can see here, as I go through the photos, that all of this information has been edited by bulk, but I was also able to add in some tags individually as I saw fit. Okay. So one last thing, since we have another minute, that I'm just going to show you and tell you real quick, but we'll talk about this later. I'm just giving you a little inspo here. And that is, you can easily take an album like this or any album and click print and use this awesome auto technology to create incredible things. So in, about 2 seconds, I can create a 10 by 10 hardbound photo book, and then have fun going in and placing everything the way I'd like it, adding text, changing color. There's some really neat possibilities. So that's just a way to, organize your photos. It's a bit of a workflow for you to be able to see how you can easily take all of your outdated stuff, bring it together in one hub with your current stuff, and then do something with it, enjoy it, share it, show love through it, and even print. All right, that's it for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Thanks so much for joining in with me.